Yo, man, I'm just gonna jump right to it, man. 3-6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. The shit was a fire battle, man. Must say, man, this shit was a classic. Definitely one of the best battles that came out. Shit, they brought out fucking Lil Wayne, man. This the first versus battle to bring out Lil Wayne. They brought out Wiz Khalifa. They brought out Lil Flip, Lil Jon, man. This was the hands down the best versus battle they had so far. As far as just like the celebrities and shit and the names and all that, man. As far as the bars, bar for bar, I'm still gonna have to get that shit to the Dipset versus Lox. But as far as this battle was just on a whole nother level. Fights, drinking, smoking, surprise appearances, bangers, everything, man. I'm glad everybody was mature about the situation, because the shit could have went all the way to fuck left. It almost did. I'm glad Gangsta Boo didn't go too far with it. Same thing with the whole 3-6 side and all that, man. All of them niggas, man. I'm glad everybody was able to do their thing, man. But shit, let's just jump right to it, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia. This is really like an unbiased review, man. Or however they say it. Because I grew up listening to both of these groups, man, very closely. 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. I love both of them at a time. Not now. Especially as much as the 3-6 Mafia, because they like was on that whole devil worship tip. But to be honest with y'all, man, I used to listen to them a lot, even more than probably Bone Thugs at one point in my life, man. But yeah, Bone Thugs versus 3-6 Mafia, man. I listen to both of them equally, so I ain't got favoritism towards this really at all. So let's get right to it. Facts. First track, man. Bone Thugs on. They had a coin toss for this. They usually don't have a coin toss for a versus battle. I like that they added the coin toss to the game, man. That's fire. They added a coin toss. 3-6 Mafia lost the coin toss, so they ended up having to go first. And they kicked it off with some heavy shit, man. At Who Run It? It's a fucking down south classic, man. All the young bucks and all that. All the youngins, they did hella videos of that. Hella women and stuff be twerking to this song. Hella people and did the song over. A lot of known artists, unknown artists, man. This is just a classic song that a lot of people have done over, man. 3-6 Mafia definitely came out the gate applying that pressure, man. That's a fact. But Bone Thugs with Harmony, they responded to some. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all, man. And you know, that's the difference between me and a lot of people, man. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. The first song, Bone Thugs, there's a lot of songs in here I didn't know what the fuck they was, and this was my first time hearing them. This is my honest thought on it, man. When Bone Thugs performed that first song, I didn't know what the fuck it was. But it kind of felt like, I think it was called Pop or something. They had that, like you popping a gun, busting a gun off and shit. But their performance killed that shit, and the crowd was fucking with it. Even though I kind of like the Who Run It song better, the Bone Thugs held their own, man. I kind of had to like get at a tie. Them two opening tracks. But if someone leaned over and said that 3-6 won, I fuck with them. And if someone said that Bone Thugs won, I fuck with them. Either way, 3-6 or Bone Thugs, that round could have won either way. I give it a tie, 100%. But the next song they played, 3-6 Mafia responded with that Tear the Club Up. Shit was fire. Man, I was super young when that shit came out, but man, I already know the way that shit was hitting off up in that building. And it's a fire song, man. It's a classic song. They came out with that, and then Bone Thugs responded. This round too, Bone Thugs responded with the Body Rock song. And they had a great performance with that, and the crowd was fucking with it, man. I'm gonna be 100%. The crowd was on Bone Thugs side. I mean, come on, man. Eazy-E signed Bone Thugs. Eazy-E from Compton. Come on now. You think they wasn't going to have the advantage, the hometown advantage, even though they not from L.A.? Just the fact that they got songs with Pac and they fucked with the Easy Heavy. I'm surprised Snoop wasn't in that building. Now, how does Fat Joe hosting this shit? They should have let Snoop host it, man. I don't understand how they even let that one happen, but that round can either go either way as well. So at this point, it's pretty close. Then 3-6 came out with that hit a motherfucker, kick a motherfucker stunt. That shit was fire the way the way DJ Paul brought that shit in, man, and he did an excellent job tonight, man. He killed that shit. Excellent sportsmanship. You know, he could have had an attitude the whole night. He could have been on a whole nother vibe, man. But shout out to DJ Paul. I'm not even a huge fan of him because of the whole devil worship thing and all that. But, man, I'm definitely rocking with DJ Paul, man. I'm happy the way he handled himself, man. Like a dope, man. Like he said, man. Niggas is almost 50. Some of them is 50 out there. But that'll lead us to later on, man. But that round 3 that hit a motherfucker on, that shit was fire. And then what Bone Thugs responded with, that look into my eyes, man. That shit was hitting heavy, man. The crowd was rocking to it the way they brought it to it. And Lazy Bone did all the talking on the mic, really, man. It wasn't really no Crazy Bone in this. And he kind of like the leader of the group, but he ain't take charge like Jadakiss. I give it to Lazy Bone, man. Lazy Bone definitely took charge, man, and held the whole group down. But Lazy Bone was basically talking about when you lead, after you tear the club up and shit and you go outside, what you gotta do. You gotta look me in my eyes, man. And they prayed that shit, and the crowd was fucking with it heavy. And that's a classic Bone Thugs song. I'm glad they played that, and I like how Lazy Bone set that up, man. Shouts out to Lazy Bone, man. He a legend out here, man. That's 100% facts. But yeah, though, man, after that, round 4, 3-6 Mafia came with and the whole stage was fire too. I like how they had the stage set up and all that. I thought they could have did better with the they logos and shit. Instead of having the Thriller and the Triller and the Verzuz logo, they should have had that 3-6 and that Bone Thug logo on the, like, where the DJs was at and shit. Let us see them big logos, cause I ain't gonna lie, that Hypnotized Minds logo is a classic chain, and it's a classic logo piece with the Grim Reaper with the shit. That was fire. And then, you know, Bone Thugs, they logos and shit be fire too. They got some fire artwork on they shit as well. So I figured they should have had them up there. But other than that, round 4, man, 3-6 Mafia came in with that sipping on some scissor, and y'all already know that's a classic. But I'm gonna tell you why I was disappointed, man. Number 1, the beat sounded a little bit different. I don't know if y'all rock with 3-6 and the 3-6 and sipping on some scissor, but that's been one of my favorite songs since the day it came out. That's 100% facts. I love that fucking song with a passion. But it sounded like the beat was a little bit different. Like, I didn't understand. I never heard that version of that beat. I don't know if it was my speakers or whatever. Y'all let me know, man. Leave a comment on that shit. But that beat sounds slightly different from the version that I know. And they got a couple of different versions of that song. They got the version with UGK, and they did like a remix with Dipset. So that shit was kind of crazy. But, you know, that's still a fire song either way around. But Bone Thugs came back with that